I was half a mile from deleting Palworld. I came across some videos on Tower Boss glitch in Palworld and wanted to test it myself. At first, everything seemed to be going smoothly. I got Greasebolt, Lylene and Orzurk and moved on to Shadowbeak, which is a level 50 boss. I entered the boss tower and it didn't work. What's up, ladies and gents? This is Tukikaza, and in this video we'll go over one very important detail when utilizing the Tower Boss glitch, because otherwise it won't work. In addition, I'll show some breeding combos that seem glitchy and might just waste your time if you want to get Shadowbeak without having to fight him. So, we all know the drill, right? We go to a small settlement, anger the officers, and then fast travel to the boss tower. That's exactly what I did and successfully captured Greasebolt, Lylene and Orzurk, but when I tried to repeat the same process with Shadowbeak, all of a sudden, my sphere just bounced off, the pal was back in the fight, and in no time, I was quite dead. I was rather shocked it didn't work, so I went back to YouTube to make sure I didn't miss anything important, but seems like that was it. So I thought, okay, maybe I just got unlucky, so I restarted the game and tried it one more time. And then again and again, it wasn't working. To be honest, at that point I lost all hope to capture Shadowbeak, but still decided to go back to my own videos of how I captured all other bosses and noticed one important detail that I missed when fighting Shadowbeak. He's way bigger than Greasebolt, Lylene, Orzurk, and when the guards shoot him and he's trying to run towards the edge of the fighting area, he runs into the pillars and gets stuck, so he can't really reach the edge of the zone. What that means, you have to make sure that after he gets stuck, you run around until you face his back. So the key thing is to throw the ball at the back. Not from the front, not from the sides, from the back. That's how I captured other three bosses and didn't even realize that all of them kind of automatically turned their backs on me when they were shot by the guards because they are smaller and do not get stuck. But with the Shadowbeak, you will have to do a bit of running until you find the perfect spot behind his back to throw the sphere. Well, being completely honest with you guys, when I entered the boss fight and saw the Satoru Gojo from Alibaba, that's when I sensed something was completely off. Nevertheless, the boss was captured, and we can move on to the Shadowbeak breeding tips. Now, in case you decide to obtain Shadowbeak through breeding, there are only two known options so far. First option is two parent Shadowbeaks. Pairing those guarantees an egg with a baby Shadowbeak inside. Or, the second option is to pair Astegon and Kitsun, which is way easier. Kitsun is fairly easy to obtain in this area of the map by either catching it or finding an egg with Kitsun inside, but Astegon might present an issue to get. Of course, you can wait until you're at least level 40 and try to catch a wild one on the most remote island in the northeast, but we aren't gonna wait that long. The easiest way is to hatch it from an egg as well. The problem is, not all parent combinations that are supposed to produce Astegon actually work. I tried 3 of them before I finally got that Astegon. The combinations that didn't work were Greasebolt and Orzurk, as well as Halzafir and Orzurk. I paired each of them 2 times and got 4 Chikipis. That was before I figured out how to catch that Shadowbeak tower boss, and frankly, I just wanted to quit. But lucky for you, I didn't. So, I found a pair of parent pals from the list of possible combos that should produce Astegon that actually does the job. That is Relaxorus and Suzaku. Relaxorus is fairly easy to catch around this area on the map, while Suzaku is a level 40 pal. Good news for you guys, there is no need to wait until you're level 40. All you need is a flying mount, even Nightwing would do. Head over to this area on the map, but make sure you stay off fights, and look for huge scorching eggs. Once you find one, it almost guarantees you get a Suzaku once it hatches. Finally, don't forget you need a male and a female for breeding, So make sure to capture several Relaxoruses of opposite genders because huge scorching eggs is harder to get. Now head back to your base, bake some cakes, and wait for the huge dragon egg to appear. That is a great sign. It has worked. Alright folks, hope these tips will save your time trying to get tower bosses and will save even more time for having fun in the game. Take care and I will see you in a bit.